Hi guys, PD here, welcome to the channel, welcome to another new video. Today I'm off to a secret event in London. I'm going to check out the Quest 3. Some of you might know that I've been asking questions on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to try and get those questions answered. I'll see you in London. Okay guys, I've arrived in London, I'm at the hotel. I'm in the hotel room, I just want to show you around. Got like a desk here, radio, some books. There's the master bed. Bedroom mirror. And the bathroom. Very nice. This is very rare for me, I don't do hotels, so I'm just going to unpack everything and then I'm going to meet the other content creators downstairs. Found the secret location. Get the refresher, Mike. Get the refresher. What's that?
It's Mike at its sweetest.
Yeah.
That's recording, isn't it?
Yeah, recording. Yeah.
And this will shrink anyway. But yeah, I'd say that's based on a pro design. I'm now going to give you my impressions of the headset itself. I'm not allowed to show you any gameplay, but I did play 5 games. Overall, I was very impressed. The first thing to strike me when I put on the Quest 3 was the colours. I really noticed the colours in the menus. They were very bright and vibrant. Also, the clarity and the quality of the screens. It reminded me of the Quest Pro, which I use every day, but this headset presented me with an experience I was not expecting. I was allowed 45 minutes to jump in and play some games, and I have to tell you, at times I thought I had a normal PC VR headset on my head. The graphic fidelity was that good. I had to keep reminding myself that this was a standalone VR headset, not a PC VR headset with a cable. As for the specs of the headset, there's far too much for me to mention here in this video, so I'm going to leave all the specs below this video in the description. So if you want to check out all the specs, highly recommend you check out the description below the video. Pre-orders should now be available, and the official release date of the headset itself is the 10th of October 2023. I was a big fan of the colour branding, and the salmon coloured head strap and faceplate is now on my wish list. The colour branded faceplate and straps you're going to have to purchase separately. The Quest 3 is going to come in two different sizes. You've got the 128GB version at £479.99. There's even a bigger model, the 512GB at £619.99. And for a limited time you will get Asgard's Wrath 2 free with your headset. I did mention that I played 5 games. Actually I played 6 games. There was a bonus game towards the end of the event. So those games that I played were, there's like a new version of First Steps, I forgot the name of the game, which showcased how good the pass-through was, the mixed reality, and that's something I want to talk about because that blew me away. The second game I tried was Stranger Things. Again, that had elements of mixed reality, and again it blew me away. The third game I played was the Samba game. The fourth game I played was Red Matter 2. I played a new version of the game which had been designed especially for this event. Now when I went into the game, I could press a button to show me what the game looks like on the Quest 2 and then compare it to what the game looks like on the Quest 3. The organisers of the event made a really big mistake because they showed me Red Matter 2 on the Quest 3 prior to letting me try out Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed was the 5th game I tried, and to be honest with you, I was not a big fan of the textures and the graphics. For me, it felt like a Quest 2 title. Having just played Red Matter 2, my initial experience playing Assassin's Creed did not blow me away. Because I was looking down at the water, textures on the side of the buildings, and like I said, for me, it felt like a Quest 2 game. But having said that, I did get to play the game, and when I climbed to the top of the rooftops and I could see the scope and the scale of the city, I now understand why they've had to cut back slightly on the graphic fidelity, but all this can change. Now there's been quite a lot of comments on Twitter about us ambassadors, and we're paid to tell you the best things about the headset. I've just told you I was not a big fan of Assassin's Creed when I tried it for the first time. I do know people are going to love this game. It's everything we were hoping for in an Assassin's Creed game. But me playing VR games every day, I've got a PlayStation VR 2, I've tried the Pimax Crystal, the Quest 3 look just as good as those top of the range headsets. So this is going to set the bar for standalone VR, and it can only get better. Meta are not guiding me to give you my first impressions of the headset. You guys know me. I do first impressions every day. I am super excited for this headset, and I'm super excited for you guys to try the amazing mixed reality titles that I tried and that I played. Now the pass-through on the Quest 3 is a lot better than what you get on the Quest Pro, but I did notice there are still some artifacts when objects come into your view. There's like a weird shimmer effect when say your hand comes into your view. But apart from that, when I was in these games, I felt like I was in the room for real. It was total immersion overload. I was playing games, I was shooting the walls, holes were appearing in the walls, aliens were jumping through the holes in the walls. In Stranger Things, I shot a hole in the ceiling turned into like a portal. All these bats from the other side came pouring through the ceiling. I had to use my hands to pull the bats towards me. This is all hand tracked, no controllers, and I just clenched my hands just like Darth Vader, and I killed the bats. I squished them in my hands. The sound design and the effects in the Quest 3 was also amazing. I could pinpoint everything around me. If there was an alien coming through the wall behind me, I could hear it. I could then turn around and kill it. My one dream for VR and my whole life is to have my own Star Trek holodeck. The first 2 games I tried on the Quest 3, I had my holodeck. I can imagine myself in my room. I can see everything around me, and it's going to convert my room into a game world that I can interact with just like a holodeck. I'm going to be able to shoot holes in my window, my walls, my ceiling. Now, I did notice none of the demos I could not shoot holes in the floor. Now that would be really creepy and really cool. Imagine a game where you're on a skyscraper, you shoot a hole in the floor and you can see the ground below you. Sadly, none of the experiences gave me that sensational feeling, but being able to destroy my whole room and let the aliens come in was mind-blowing. I was in my element, and I can only imagine the potential of games coming to the Quest 3, not only in mixed reality, but as a standalone product as well. I'm getting a bit excited now just looking back on my experience. Before I go off on a tangent and tell you a bit more about my experiences, the 6th game that I played, it was a 3-player mixed reality co-op game, very similar to the VR game Blaze Rush. Imagine this game and imagine Robot Wars. There was 3 of us in Quest 3s, and we each had to control a robot, and the goal was to grab the crown and keep it for as long as possible, and your robot could punch and kick, you could jump around the level, teleport, and it was a blast. It was quite spooky as well because the mixed reality, again like I said, was perfectly clear. So when the robots went off the board and into the other players, I did feel a bit guilty sometimes. I thought I was going to hit the other player with my little robot. You can probably hear the excitement in my voice, and this is just me recalling my events from a few days ago. A lot of the important questions that people ask me are going to be in the description of the video below. If there's anything you want to know about the headset itself, then check out the description. I do believe there's going to be like 50 games on launch. Some of those games are going to be remastered versions of the Quest 2. Nobody could tell me if Airlink was working or if the cable worked yet. That's information that's going to be released later on. Some people have been asking about the FOV. To be honest with you, I've been playing VR games every day for like 5 years, so my brain's kind of filtered out the edges of any screen now. Let me give you an example. You know when you're walking down the street, you can't see your nose on the front of your face, but if you look down, it is there. Now that I've mentioned it, you will see your nose. Just like when I'm walking down the street, I don't see my nose. When I'm in a VR headset, I don't notice the borders as well. So the FOV for me, I did not really notice. I was having too much fun. I was immersed, totally immersed. Now the FOV on the Pimax Crystal, that was noticeable because it's a far bigger screen. But normally, if I try a new VR headset, it's not something I normally pay attention to. The Quest 3 does have the ability to add USB-C cables, that sort of thing. And there is like a little dial on the top for your IPD. The headset for me was super sharp and clear. I had no issues at all. I did notice at first when I jumped into an experience with hand tracking, you still get the like color overlay on your fingers. My fingers and the color overlay seem to be a little bit out of sync. A lot of us were discussing this and we're putting it down to the lighting. The event itself was more like a natural setting with the lighting. I think if you got better lighting, then you're not going to have no problems with the color overlay, that sort of thing. But again, the hand tracking itself was perfect, a lot better than the hand tracking on the Quest 2 currently. I noticed in some games the haptic, the rumble in the controllers was really prominent, and the controllers for me feel just like the Quest Pro controllers, nice and light, really easy to hold in your hands as well. Overall guys, I was really impressed with my demo. I do know that the price point is going to be an issue for some people, but with the upgraded technology, I can see why they've gone for the price point. Throughout the demo, I could hear my fellow content creators as well. There was cries of like, wow, and oh my God, how is this possible? That sort of thing. So everybody seemed to be impressed. And no, we're not being paid to say this. You guys know me, I still play flat games with Warpex and Reshade in a VR headset tethered with a cable. That's something that Meta doesn't promote, and that's something that should tell you that I'm still allowed to give you my true thoughts and feelings. I don't have a piece of paper in front of me with like telling me what to say. These are my true real first impressions. I want to give a special thanks to all the Meta crew and everybody else involved. They were fantastic, they were all true professionals. We had a fantastic time. It gave me a greater appreciation to the people behind the scenes and what goes into making an event like this possible. It's not an easy job. These are some of the best and most friendly people in the VR community. I've always said this, the VR community is the best gaming community in the world, even behind the scenes. The Quest 3 did feel lighter and comfortable on my head. I've not put my Quest 2 on for a while, so I can't compare the Quest 3 weight with my Quest 2. Also with my Quest 2, it's got all the accessories on anyway, so it does weigh a bit more than a standard Quest 2. But the Quest 3 felt slightly lighter than the Quest Pro, and the Quest Pro for me is really comfortable. The front of the Quest 3 does have a smaller profile, and that's going to help reduce the weight. With the Red Matter 2 demo and the ability to change the graphics to showcase the Quest 2 version against the Quest 3 version, on the Quest 3 version I noticed even the mountains in the distance are super sharp and clear. You could see all the additional effects and shadows. It was really truly breathtaking. I remember saying in my demo session that the Quest 3 looked like somebody had taken like a sharpening filter and applied it across the whole game. It really was night and day difference between the Quest 2. The Samba game is like a rhythm game, very similar to Beat Saber. I did not spend a lot of time in that game because I just wanted to jump into Red Matter. The Samba game was really interesting because I could swear I was actually inside like a cartoony world, and at some point when I was like shaking my maracas, my background disappeared. I had this really trippy effect of the real world around me. It was like the game had added a Tron filter. The people around me had these weird Tron-like effects around their outline. It was surreal, guys. It was amazing. I also heard that Red Matter 2 on the Quest 3 has got some mixed reality features, but they would not tell me what they were. I was so disappointed. You guys know me. I've showcased quite a lot of mixed reality on the Quest Pro. For example, I showcased me in the gym with a virtual character boxing. I could see the gym around me. I was hitting this virtual character. I've always been a firm believer that mixed reality is going to play an important part of our gaming future. The Quest 3 has now confirmed that for me. I've never tried any of these other devices like the Magic Leap, so I can't compare it to those, but having such an almost perfect pass-through mode, it's really immersive, put it that way. I would say the Quest 3 is top tier. It's up there with the best PC VR headsets, and it's a standalone. This headset makes me excited for the potential of VR in the future. I was joking with the Meta crew and my fellow VR content creators. Quest 4 is going to be a pair of contact lenses. Yeah, that was in the presentation, weren't it?
Yep.
So these are the new Ray-Bans.
Yeah, the Ray-Ban Meta Wayfarer Large, that's this one.
And you've got the other one as well, is it?
The Headliner, I don't have it right here, but it's elsewhere in the room.
They're more rounded, aren't they?
Exactly,
more
yes.
like normal sunglasses.
Yeah.
It's amazing what technology goes into these days, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy how much we were able to pack into just small form.
And this has got a new chip in it. Is
Correct.
It a new chip?
Yep. Yeah, really new everything. We built it back from the ground up.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Be sure to hit my little bell. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
If you're into VR gaming, go and subscribe to Paradise Decay. He's been like, he's the OGs of VR gaming, okay?
It's funny, as I was walking from the train station, I bumped into Paradise Decay, who obviously mods our streams regularly and is like, you know, a huge part of the community. And Dr. Oculus, they were kind of lost walking around, and I went up to approach him, and Paradise Decay thought I was going to mug him or something. But I actually just went and just gave him a big hug. So all right, let's go, boys. Let's make the magic happen.
So you tried to salvage it?
Nathy, if you want, I can hide your nameplate.
Why?
Then people can't see how bad you are.
Someone called a fire brigade. Nathan's on fire. He just got roasted by PD.
Might want to break there, Mike.
Why is PD going the wrong way around the track?
Shits and giggles.
That's awesome.
His eyes are sorted now.
Yeah, I gotta say, his eyes have been fixed. He should be alright now. His eyes have been fixed.
Oh yeah, you're in. Okay.
Whoa, there he is.
Jesus Christ!
Off track.
PD, I was dead. You were running around for me like, Steve, where are you? That's why it was perfect. He didn't even know he could kill people.
Hey, we're not friends anymore, PD. It's over, man. It's over.
PD's sitting there playing the fool. He's like, how do I get rid of the map? What's going on?
Yeah, he totally was doing that. I was totally thrown off by that.
What a blissful life to be looking for Steve.